Hello and welcome to a very much delayed episode of the Father from the Point podcast. This time, hopefully we made up for the lost time, with a cool, sweet-looking place.
You
Hopefully.
move it around like the camera can bend. You got no budget yet.
Shut up. Sponsors. Welcome to episode 14 of the Father from the Point podcast, featuring that bird. Isn't it? It's a wonderful soundscape, this episode. This time in another special location. We are once again shooting on location. This time, before that, I'm your host Fariz, and this is my co-host.
Anderson.
My special guest co-host, Anderson. Alright. Hana couldn't make it this episode. She's too busy at the Queen's funeral. Shout out to episode 13. But yeah, we are actually at on location, another new location for us.
I want to introduce the location.
You want to introduce the location? Go ahead. Where are we?
Oh, now. So we're at. Can you drum roll with me?
I'll just.
The Great Madras Hotel.
It's supposed to be up
I
there.
was thinking whether it has Singapore, so it's just
No, it's just
the Great Madras Hotel.
Yeah.
But we're not in Madras. I hope we are in Singapore. I mean, this hotel.
Wait, Madras is a place?
Madras is a country in India.
It's a country?
It's a city in India.
I actually did not know that. I legitimately didn't know that. I actually didn't know
So
that.
people who speak is southern, like South India.
Moderation?
No, so like
Hydration?
The people who speak Tamil calls it Madras the way it's supposed to be because it's a Tamil word. The people who are non-Tamil speaking or Madras and things like that, it's just Madras.
Oh,
The Great Madras.
it's a bird.
Birds actually, they're
You got-
drinking the swimming
got
pool
birds?
water. Can you move? Yeah,
Got
it's
birds?
outside. There?
We got birds in the shot. This is probably the most. We were at Coney Island for a shoot, and there wasn't this much
Animals?
cool shit happening. There's a bunch of pigeons looking at us.
You see, you tell them, then they get
A school of pigeons? What do you call a bunch of pigeons? A
Flock.
gaggle of pigeons.
Let's giggle.
But we're at the Great Madras Hotel, in Little India. It's a nice place. It's our first time here, and it's nice. It's very inspired by Wes Anderson
Anderson, that's why my name.
and the Sona
No, Andersona. Andersona sounds like my persona. Oh.
of Anderson. Yeah, the Andersona.
But no, actually, to be honest, I'm not so sure when they built this hotel and stuff, did they have it in mind to make it like kind of very Wes Anderson vibes?
I guess I should go a bit here because in the shot, the boom stand is just in my face.
Of course, every time I'm talking, you just interrupt my life. Okay, so actually, we did not know. Now it's because we're not in your room. We actually
Yeah,
can
now
get up and
I
leave.
can actually leave the frame.
No, but because the thing is that when you read many
Plus, there's
articles-
like a nice sound object. We're in like the pool courtyard. We're at the pool courtyard, and it's
What if the pigeon
we.
comes and peck your brains or something?
And you have to edit this episode.
So, I'll film another one. Okay. No. As in, when they made this, I'm not sure whether were they inspired by Wes Anderson films. But if you read up a lot of people who have visited these hotels or those blogs where people like Singapore people they come like hotels and they write their reviews and stuff.
Yeah.
And honestly, not even people who come and stay at this hotel. People come to this hotel just for like Instagram-worthy shots. Honestly, by this
It's
pool,
actually like I think if you go on their website, they
Yeah.
describe their pool as Instagram worthy,
yeah.
which it kind of is.
It
I mean,
is,
we're
but
using this whole
the-
circular thing as a frame.
The difference
Looks
is
nice.
that because now it's like it's not night yet. It's only like
It's still pretty dark,
Fine-ish.
which is like
which
The
is
lighting
not
is
that neon
horrendous.
lights are not there yet.
yeah, the lighting in this episode is horrendous.
All thanks to Fariz. Right. So if he keeps leaving this episode, it's just going to be you guys, me, the Great Madras, and some asshole that will thank you. Oh, it's not me, it's the
No,
Still hope a pigeon comes back to your brain.
I'm hoping a pigeon came and landed on my shoulder.
Okay, so my question is, what took you so long to finally agree to come to this hotel? Is it all the Wes Anderson vibes that finally you caved?
No, not really. It's just it's like I don't know. I guess it's just finally the curiosity peaked. Like we were thinking it's been a while. Yeah, it's a very shaky table.
Yep.
Yeah, like unfortunately it is. Like we haven't recorded an episode in a while, and I thought it'd be cool. I remember you suggested this place before. I need to like really be. I'm just gonna adjust my chair, 'cause then I'm always cut by the thing.
No, because I've suggested this place before. The thing is that I've suggested staying at this place before, sure. But I think there are times also I've suggested to also be hopping on the train and come here and take those Insta shots.
It's true. Yeah.
Yeah, but
I'm gonna
finally.
finally adjust this thing a little bit. There we go. It's called live adjustments because we are professional like that.
Yeah. No, but
Kanye West is a problem.
I wonder what he will do to this hotel.
Put weird Trump things on it, I think. He's been kind of doing a meltdown lately.
Yeah, another.
He wore a White Lives Matter shirt,
Yep.
which I'm pretty sure is just his last call to be relevant. We should just forget about him in general.
Yeah.
But I want to talk about Kanye West today.
Yeah, we're talking about that. We're not talking about that West. We're talking about Wes Anderson. Ooh. No, could you wear it the way I told you to?
Oh shit. That was actually a really good segue though. It's a bit bravo.
Why?
It's a good segue back into Wes Anderson.
Thank you.
Call that shit a rebound because we got too far from the point.
No. Alright.
But yeah, for those who don't know, the Great Madras Hotel is pretty much themed after Wes Anderson. Well, not Wes Anderson. His style.
He
Because
has his own style in taking like a lot of his.
I mean,
films.
it's essentially symmetry. His whole thing is about
It's
symmetry.
like that movie Parasite, right? The symmetry thingy one of the
Kind
movies.
well,
But,
that's not
Wes-
symmetry. That's more like
What's that?
framing.
Okay.
If you talk about visual theming, Parasite
Yeah.
was about visual boundaries being broken. That was the whole thing.
Whole line thing
Yeah.
between, yeah.
The most obvious one was when the maid of the rich people, like she stepped forward to clap somebody awake or something. There was a line in the window pane. She broke it to the clap. It just signified her breaking her.
The barrier basically between
Yeah.
the rich and poor.
Yeah,
So
not
how-
just breaking her place. She broke out of her place, kind.
The place
She stepped
is
out
the-
of point.
Is the rich poor thing. That's
Yeah.
why they have like. But how is this different from Wes Anderson's framing? That
But
if it's about
because Wes
symmetry?
Anderson is there for him, off the top of my mind at least, there was never really any theme to it. Like it is symmetry is a style. It's
Okay.
it's like minimalism, maximalism,
Right.
Scandinavian.
But Wes, he's legit just giving out BTO renovation.
Can you tell
things.
that we're trying to find a
You
house?
just straight up went like Scandinavian. I'm like, is it a cheaper package? Minimalism though is not that cheap a package.
It's not.
what they
It's
say
not
it
worth
is.
honestly.
For what they say it
Minimalism is overrated and it sucks. That's my hot take, ladies and gentlemen. Only the hot takes.
But you know, just now, I think right before we shot this, started filming this episode, you did mention something along the lines where Wes Anderson is minimalistic. That's why he wanted to only use one table. But I don't think Wes Anderson's style is minimalism. Though.
Oh no, I just not minimal. Just it's very it's not. I forgot the proper term for it, but a very widely used term is that it's just called maximalism as a pure what's the term? Basically, everyone's like very against. Not everyone. Like a lot of people are realizing that minimalism is kind of shitty. It's very boring. So they're going the exact opposite, which is the opposite of mini is max, so
Yeah.
maximalism. But for Wes Anderson, it's very like the way I like to describe it, it's symmetry, but it's very like what you see in the foreground. The way he frames his movies, which I really like, and I think why a lot of people like is that in like if it comes to maximalism, which I think is only half true. In case of the Grand Budapest Hotel, right? A lot of the times when there is the on-screen actions, there's foreground and the background.
Yeah, yeah.
So the foreground is actually quite minimalist to me in essence
And
because
the
it's
background
very
is the one that's
because like in the foreground that's where your actors are. Like all the actions are all in the foreground. But there's actually not much going on. It's the characters and what is needed to be happening to push the plot forward is the foreground. The background is nothing but decoration, which is as maximalist as you get. It's pointless decoration, but it looked cool.
But the Grand Budapest Hotel, if you're talking about decorations for that, it's a bit different because also, and it's smart because it's an actual hotel. So you want to you play that with that, it's quite nice. And speaking of Wes Anderson, and you mentioning like the Scandinavian and the themes and all that, if I ever had a chance to decorate my own apartment or something, I would definitely go very Wes Anderson. I'm talking about colors like those
pastels,
pinks, a teal, and honestly, he uses this shade of green with the pink that I really like. It's not a pastel green.
It's like a olive greenish, olive forest green.
Somewhere there.
Green
but
beans.
The color contrast is fantastic.
Yeah.
Green beans you can have in your apartment.
I like green beans. Green beans are nice.
You cannot start the trend the way the kids started. It's corn and then
I don't want to start the trend.
Just like
Have you seen the clip of like the kid? I guess he's at some red carpet event.
Oh.
Like in case you didn't know, I guess you didn't know. Like I guess there was some movie premiere or something. So they invited that corn kid to the event, and so there's this camera that goes up to him, and then the guy, the host, I guess, the MC, some guy with a mic, and he goes up to him, "Hey, corn is our favorite vegetable, right? How's corn?" And the kid just goes, "Yeah, corn. It's really nice." And it's so obvious that he's already bored of it.
That reminds me of Chadwick Boseman as
with the whole
Wakanda
thing like that.
Forever.
Yeah, it's very.
But Wakanda Forever is coming out this year actually. I think
Oh,
it's
it's
in
true.
December or November.
Was it on next year? Is it this year?
I think it's this year though.
Oh.
But because anyway Disney Plus already streamed the trailer.
Oh,
So
yeah,
I'm
it's
pretty
true.
sure it's this year. So I mean R.I.P. Chadwick.
We all know.
But when we started doing when he appeared as Black Panther all the way to the own Black Panther's film on its own.
Yeah.
And then it
was a hell of an icon, honestly, because it was very it's like if you do this and it's like if you know, you know, which a lot of people know because it's the Avengers.
And actually, a lot of I've seen it on TikTok a lot. Some people they do this, especially black players, like sports players. They play like American football and stuff. When they do a winning score, and they just all the way.
I think it was cool. I mean, Chadwick was definitely sick of it, but that's just because he was the character. Like he had to do it while he was filming. He's the icon of it. I'm pretty sure you get bored of it. But what I think worked with the Wakanda Forever thing, as opposed to another meme, the corn kid, was because Wakanda Forever.
There's some
I don't know what to call this. Yeah, there's a meaning to it. There's something behind the arms.
Honestly, even them getting Chadwick to play, meaning a black actor itself, for the black community to see a very big, well celebrated superhero of a person of
like
color
someone they can actually say it
related,
looks like them, which is great.
I can link it straight back to the upcoming movie next year, The Little Mermaid, starring Halle, not Halle Berry, Halle Bailey or something, if I'm not wrong, her surname, because she's going to play Ariel and she's black. And there's so many people, I'm sorry whites, I'm talking about you guys, where not even the children, not all the children are crapping about it. Some children are just happy that a movie is coming out, but their parents, oh my god, and they're like, you're making a character like Ariel is not supposed to be a person of color. How is my child going to grow up? And then some people are like, that's a mermaid, ma'am. My
favorite argument for it is like there was this one tweet or Reddit post, I forgot, and it was basically this guy going scientific about it, and he was saying like actually it doesn't, it's always actually it doesn't make sense for a dark-skinned person to be underwater. And then everyone's just like, she's half fish, right? and then there's all that happening with Little Mermaid, but like that discourse already happened and all that was a while back. But now the new discourse is a big question mark, because there is going to be a new show, a new iteration of Scooby-Doo, and Shaggy is black now. And now even black people are like, I'm not sure how to think about this.
No, but for the one that I've read with regards to Scooby-Doo, for example, it's the fact that it's not even Shaggy being played by a black guy, because Shaggy's role, it's such a
Stoner.
stoner hippie vibe that unless if
I wouldn't call him a hippie. I'm pretty sure he's just a stoner.
with the van hippie
Just stoner.
hippie stoner.
Hippie and stoner are two different things. You can be a hippie and a stoner, but you can't be like hippie. You can be a hippie and a stoner, but Shaggy is not a hippie. I'm pretty sure he just smokes weed and eats his dog. Eats with his dog.
See what I mean? Hippie stoner. So Shaggy, the problem with me is that Shaggy's role is so. It's like that. So the thing is that
It's iconic.
It's not whether you it's not whether you get a black person to play Shaggy or anything that's going to be an issue. It's not. It's whether even if you get someone white, can the actor play the role that the actor? I'm not sure. I don't know the actor's name.
You mean the live action?
The live action, because he did because don't forget Scooby-Doo is from an animated series.
It's a
and
cartoon,
everything.
yeah.
It's a cartoon. So when they chose the cast, Freddie Prinze Jr. for Fred, Sarah Michelle Gellar for Daphne. Velma's name, actually Velma, the actress who played Velma, she came in either a Conjuring series or she came back in the.
I don't remember. I honestly don't remember anything about the movie.
Yeah, like she came in one of those like horror movies. She looks great now. No glasses. There's her. Shaggy was played. There's this show on Netflix called Good Girls or something. It's the lady from Parks and Rec, Aziz Ansari's good friend.
Oh, Donna.
Donna plays.
I just know her as Donna.
Yes, okay. I don't know. Donna is in that show Good Girls. In that show Good Girls, the actor that played Shaggy in Scooby-Doo, he's one of the lead roles in that show. And the Scooby-Doo is
Scooby-Doo or CGI.
I
Yeah.
know. I just went like fuck. So I'm like, okay.
You can't swear on this show. This is kid friendly. Talk about a queen dying for an episode and then sells the whole theme.
Actually, speaking of the Queen dying, did you know I had a niece that reached out to me? Let me just tell you, my niece is still in primary school. She reached out to me watching that just the teaser, and she just asked me this: "Who's Lizzie?" And then after that, she watched the whole episode, and I'm like, "Oh my god, what am I doing?" But the cute thing is that she said she really did enjoy the episode.
That's true.
So I was like, it's nice, but I'm not sure at like 11 or 12 you should be watching, but thank you for watching the
We'll take it.
episode.
We'll take it.
We'll take it. It's a view. But yeah,
Children should be watching the show, but
no, but as in I was trying to say that when they created the live action movie for Scooby-Doo, the cast that they got were perfectly casted. So the problem with all these remakes and stuff, it's nothing wrong, of course, remaking a movie, but when you remake, sometimes the problem is the actors that you choose, nothing to do with the skin color, it's how they portray the role. For example, High School Musical, fantastic. And there's that new abomination of a show on Disney Plus, and I've watched it. What is that? Just because you are introducing new characters, it's
But
High
it's
School
a-
Musical, the musical. That means they
I mean,
are,
it's like a sequel, isn't it? Like it's
it
like
doesn't lead with like it's the
like it's set in like West. What's the name of the school?
East
West
High.
something, or is it East?
East High is in the actual movie.
Oh, isn't it set in East High? But it's just
Yeah.
not like
So-
the original High School Musical
so-
cast. It's like
so-
another batch
yeah,
of students.
It's another batch of students who have watched the movie High School Musical that has been filmed in East High and are now remaking High School Musical, the musical, in their school. And it's the life and drama about them. So just because I understand
Oh, that's what the show is about.
that's what the show is about.
I'm not kidding. That actually sounds kind of interesting.
Which was why I decided to watch the show. But
I never knew it was like that. I just thought it was another like Shellin sequel.
No, it's not.
So I mean, High School Musical is just Grease, but
That's why you don't like
Disney
both,
friendly.
but I like both.
I don't like Grease.
I like Grace, I like High School Musical.
I'm not gonna say I'm a theater kid. I like theater. I work backstage
I like
theater.
I hate Grease. Yeah, right.
Grease sucks.
It does not.
Grease doesn't suck. I hate it. The plot. Not plot.
It's supposed to be a teenage, those high school vibes. What
Yeah,
kind
no,
of
it's-
plot you want?
I don't like Grease because
You
of
don't
the way
like
it
high school
ends.
sports.
No, no, I don't mind high school plots.
Liar.
I watch anime. For fuck's sake, all of anime is like set in a high school.
Real life people, like people.
That's how you know I'm a
high school.
theater kid. I just link theater to anime.
Yeah, no, not the same, buddy.
No, but I mean I like Grease. I like Grease up until the end because
When Sandy changes.
yeah,
to be a bad
because
girl.
it's all fine. It's all fine until the end, and the end really sours it for me because the whole point, or at least to me, of Grease is like Sandy learning to believe in herself to stand on her own, and in the end, she changes
She morphs into
everything
what
what she learned in the movie to please John Travolta. I forgot his name.
Danny.
Sure,
Zuko,
Gonzalez.
right? Danny
Zuko is the
What was her
firebender
friend?
from Avatar. Yeah, but like
Oh.
it's like I had to adapt Grease into like my own show for school at one point, and I never really looked at Grease that in depth until I had to rewrite Grease to fit the thing I had to do.
The thing about Grease and those type of musicals, honestly, yes, the story, I guess, the visual of it is one thing, but the songs are fun.
The songs are fine.
Are
The songs are great. I mean, to be fair, most of the
When
time,
someone sings it or plays it, which they
Yeah.
rarely do play musical songs unless they butcher ABBA and EDM the shit out of ABBA and plays it.
in what clubs?
That's
Who
what happened in Bali.
who would play musicals in a club?
That's what they did in Bali. Gimme.
That's ABBA. I mean
understand.
musicals.
Yeah, like as in
Not about Mamma Mia.
you say okay, it's not a musical, but we've been to a place. I'm not gonna say why, but we've been to a place where you wouldn't think Moana would be playing, and they played it there.
Yeah, but Moana is it's not
They
a.
do not play that they shouldn't have played it at the place where we were at.
You tell me you're gonna go to a like in the middle of Clark Key and you expect to hear Dear Evan Hansen out of like one place like, hey, I recognize that ditty.
Actually, I'm trying to think of have I ever heard a musical song. No, but actually think about it. I haven't heard it, but
okay,
I've
okay, not
watched it on
even
TikTok.
okay, not even okay. Let's not talk
There are
musicals.
people
Even
who have remixed a High School Musical into their live set DJ performance for audiences.
no, I
and
meant
stuff.
like
Those are
actually it
musical,
would be a
but
pretty. It's a
it's
bit.
a good mix though. I
No.
haven't witnessed it personally. I've seen it.
I'm saying it's a bit weird. I guess not really. Singapore not really the place for it. But I do know like in New York, especially in Broadway, there's this bar that plays Broadway tunes
Oh, nice.
as his thing. Like there's a lady on a piano that plays tunes and then everyone like sings along. It's like a big a cappella thing. It's actually really cool.
Unless you start singing when you can't sing and everyone else around
No,
you can
no,
sing.
that's not the point of it.
Nah, I know.
No, I mean, what's the point? What's the odds that you get like 50 random people coming off the street and every one of them knows how to belt show tunes? No, the whole point is everyone in there likes musicals,
That's
so they
legit
play it.
how karaoke works. When you go to
Yeah.
karaoke and you want everyone to sing kind of shitty and you have a good time.
Yeah.
And then the few people who have really good voices like just get lost.
They're the ones who ruin these like public singing ones. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's like it's fun because it's fun to sing. Like if you're human,
Yeah.
singing is just fun. It's the thing that we can do. Like whether it's well or not, it doesn't matter. It's just you can
Just
sing.
Yeah.
Like there has to be a song that you like that hopefully has words and it's not EDM.
What's the song in your head right now?
I don't know why, but Greatest Showman. I don't know why.
Which song from?
I think the intro one, the Greatest
The
Show,
lyric- oh,
the Greatest Show, the
oh.
Greatest Show. It's a very good song. It's super hype. I once listened to that while I was in the gym, and
I have.
motherfucker does it work.
I sometimes when you go to the gym and I realize that when you talk about musical songs, it works when you are listening. I have worked out to the entire playlist of Baby Driver.
True. But would you consider Baby Driver a musical though? I mean, it's
Okay, fine soundtrack to a
it's like a mixtape turned movie.
quite nice. I love the songs from Baby Driver.
I think, yeah, Baby Driver is a mixtape turned movie.
I'm not sure.
That's
The
really all it is.
Actor that played Ansel Elgort. I'm not sure whether he has acted in any throwing back to Wes Anderson. Any Wes Anderson films or not.
Not to my knowledge. I know a lot of
Because his movies are very
sad.
no, not just sad. It's a different. Like if you go to Disney Plus. By the way, if you guys want to watch like Wes Anderson films and stuff, Disney Plus has it. has
Disney?
quite a lot of them. Thank
Disney?
you very much.
You know what to do. You know what to do.
Disneyland, we're going to Disneyland.
Well, I hope Wes Anderson's a nice guy.
Wearing like a jasmine like top and stuff.
I hope Wes Anderson's a nice guy, honestly.
Have you seen his interviews?
I don't know what he looks like, even, honestly.
You should search just for you to share about what
I don't
is
know.
your first.
No, because like, I don't know, Wes Anderson he gives me vibes of a guy who like wears flannel a lot. He has like very big, thick, black rimmed glasses. I don't know why. That's what I.
Is your image based on the guy who makes the movies without actually having seen the
No,
guy?
no, like this is what I would imagine Wes Anderson looks like. And like he's like very high society. He's the kind of guy like he spends 30 minutes every morning just making his cup of coffee. Like everything needs to be like very meticulously
Precise.
done. Yeah, but it's just because he likes it.
Okay.
I don't know why I get that vibe. I just do.
Yeah, you really should go and when you can.
He's
go
like
and
sweaty. He wears a tank top.
No, like go and Google just a single interview of Wes Anderson just to get his vibes.
See how wrong I am.
Ah.
Like I don't know, like judging from like it's like creator and creation.
Yeah.
Because usually what people they like what they make is sort of like a mirror of what they are, or at least a
Oh.
glimpse into their soul.
Yeah, but
I say that I immediately thought of Junji Ito, the Japanese horror. You know him from the Spiral manga a lot. That's the very big one.
Isn't it the artist that
Yeah. Yeah, he's the one who writes very disturbing shit.
and draws even more
Yeah.
disturbing stuff.
But like if you see him, like he's such a nice guy, very quiet, mildly spoken.
That reminds me of there's this lady, a very famous Japanese singer that sings quite a number of anime intros and stuff, or like happy anime songs, or it sounds really happy. But when you break down the lyrics, her voice is angelic as hell. But the lyrics are always very dark,
Very
and
dark,
she write
yeah.
is that song also that goes I can't do the tune.
I have no idea.
Something. This is not a bit familiar, no?
No idea.
I think there's something, it starts with Bokua or something.
No Pico? Boku no Pico? It's a very old like anime.
No. I forgot what's the song, but basically what I'm trying to say, like, and even the I don't know the words, the tune I just hum sounds happy, right? It's actually quite dark. The song is quite dark. And a lot of her songs are quite dark. And apparently she writes a lot of those songs.
I like those kinds of songs. Because it's very like
It's like Pumped Up Kids.
yeah. Yeah, songs like that. Pumped Up Kicks, Hey Ya by Outkast.
Yeah, it's a good one.
That's another one. There's a few that I really like.
That's happy but dark.
Yeah. Because if you think about it, it's like it's a very easy bait and switch. It's like one of those movies like because obviously the human brain hears the tune first and you're like jamming. All it takes is like 2 seconds of you to just kind of like actually mindfully hear and you're like, wait, what the fuck did you just say?
There's the other one, that day I played you the song by Sean Kingston, Take You There. The one where it says, we can go to the tropics, sit in a coladas, shorty, I can take you there. Then the
Oh,
next,
Copacabana is another one.
the next very line is, or we can go to the slums where killers get hung, shorty, I can take you there, and things like that. So it's literally
Phone just went.
It's really taking someone, like bringing a girl on a date. But Sean Kingston is known for that, to sing with his "You're way too beautiful girls," and it sounds so cool.
Sean
he's
Kingston.
so
Sean Kingston is one of those singers where honestly I like his lyrics, but I just cannot stand the way he sings.
So is it
He's
like
very
nasal?
he's very annoying. Yeah.
For you, that means you don't like the nasal singing because
I don't like
it doesn't sound. That means it's like who you know.
And nothing against the guy. I'm just not a
it's
fan
like
of it.
Akon. Some people don't like Akon because of his voice. Like
Yeah.
when Akon sings, it's like lonely and or like that was a bit very edited, but
Yeah.
even the words that come after that, it's very nasal. They
Yeah,
call it nasal.
I don't
voice.
like.
So some people
I don't
find
know.
it annoying. Some people actually like dig it. Some people ignore the voice, focus on the beat.
Yeah,
And the
and that's I think if he has like a million views, a million like listens or whatever, that's like 990,000 of them.
I do like.
I mean, how many people like they listen to the suicidal song and then they only say that part? Got me suicide, and it's like you know you're just sing there, right? What was the radio edit? Like the safe for work version.
We did find it on Spotify.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, we the
This
beautiful
is
girl.
You got me.
I remember it was fucking stupid. It was
doesn't
really
matter. Do
stupid.
you want me to search now?
No, it's fine. Don't worry about it. I'll hopefully remember to do it afterwards. But
You
yeah,
really won't. You always say that you'll do all this weird edits thing and you don't.
I really don't.
Yeah.
So
The only one that you did was when the Morbius one, when I put an M and you actually bothered to put the letters Morbius, the Orbius.
that was
one.
when
That was when you cared.
I cared. Now I'm a
Now you're
sellout.
just like, now you're just like, the light's not good. Screw it.
I don't want to do this anymore. Fuck.
Yeah, at this point when I look at myself, if I just look down, I just look like goddamn silhouette.
Yeah, make it harder for me when I edit. Nice.
It better not be the thumbnail. Just-
But
Okay, wait,
Yeah.
one more thing about Wes Anderson I have to ask you. If you could watch one of his movies, maybe something you haven't watched, what would you kind of want to watch?
well, as of right now, it'd be the French Dispatch.
It came out last
Because way back. At least 2 years ago.
year, right? 2021. I can bet on that because I just searched the show
could
on
be.
Disney Plus.
Because the only thing I remember about the only thing I know about the French Dispatch is that it's about
It's an English movie.
it's a French Dispatch that's in English. Probably because the guy's name is Wes. But it's about journalism, and that I guess like the intro or theme song of the movie has this animation on YouTube,
Oh,
and I
I've seen
watched
that
it over and over because it's really fun to watch. And there's a naked lady in there. You can see some boobies in it.
You can see somewhere.
You can see some boobies in the animation.
Did you see with a bit more French accent?
You can see some of the ha in there. You know what I'm saying?
You're pissed off.
Fine,
the pigeons.
Jesus.
You're pissed off the French pigeons.
Are those the French Dispatch? A dispatch of pigeons?
A dispatch of pigeons. I like how it sounds.
A dispatch of pigeons.
Pigeons.
Oh, that should be the podcast name. The Pigeon Dispatch.
Oh, so much for fun. Oh, you mean the title episode? The title of the
The Pigeon Dispatch.
The pigeon dispatch. It's just nice.
The
I mean,
great-
they
the
do
great-
make
The Great Madras and
Pigeon.
the Great Madras and the Pigeon Dispatch.
Too long. The
I mean,
Madras pigeon dispatch.
No, I like honestly,
Don't tell me you
I-
like long titles.
I like long titles.
Why?
No, okay, I like long titles, but it's the I don't know how to describe it because I can only think of one example right now, but it's been done a few times before. But the only one I can think of right now is
There's something futile and.
what?
Oh.
No, it's something way more popular. Birds of Prey, or the fantabulous emancipation of one Harley Quinn. I fucking love it when movies do that.
And they just
It's
call
like-
it Birds of Prey.
Yeah, but it's like the main thing is just called Birds of Prey. It's always like here's the main
It's
thing,
like
or
Scott
it's
Pilgrim. What's the bottom one?
well, I mean that's just Scott Pilgrim versus the World. It's not that long.
No, there is another one. I think it's the one. Oh no, that's just the Grand Futile Justice.
Could be,
Something like
yeah.
that,
There's a few movies who do that, but
There's
I
another
love it when they do it because I don't know. It's like here's the main title. That's what the producers and all the big boys, all the big men up top, the men in suits, they say that's fine. But I'm the writer. This is what the movie actually means because if you think about it,
Are you sure the writer gets the final say?
not really. Definitely no.
Oh.
Definitely no.
You just write.
Yeah, but it's like I mean, if you think about it, Birds of Prey that doesn't really tell you much. But the fantabulous emancipation of one Harley Quinn, that's cool. But it's long as hell.
Let me
But
tell
it
you
works
something.
cool as a subtitle.
How much you want to bet that I watched the movie and you didn't?
At least $1 because I know I didn't watch it.
And I know I'm telling you I watched it. Honestly,
I think it looked-
It could have been better.
I think it looks cool, but once again, it's like one of the more highlights of the thing was like the title. And honestly, I don't know. I just think I like the way that Harley Quinn is finally getting like the spotlight that she deserves as a character.
Yeah, but
I think it's
that's
cool.
how I felt with Black Widow ago when she finally got her movie and stuff, but it's one of the weaker Avengers solo movies. The same way, and don't get me wrong, I'm not talking about it the way I feel about, because honestly, how the internet is right now with female superheroes, they are
Terrible.
trashing on them just because they're female and shitting on them. I'm like, no, like the female superheroes and all that, they are fine. Female leads and characters, they are fine. But sometimes when I feel like for Harley Quinn, for example, the Suicide Squad was a better movie than Birds of Prey, and I was like, they could have done better with it.
True.
Similarly for Black Widow. Black Widow, we watched it together. I think we did, right?
Yeah, we watched Black Widow.
Yeah, it's not so. I like her sister though. Her sister was a refreshing character too, and she made an appearance again in Hawkeye.
True. I don't know. I just think it's nice that one thing I don't like with Black Widow that very rarely that I think DC is doing with their. I'm just gonna hope I remember that edit. Okay, one thing that I hope that what was I gonna say?
The pigeons
DC.
are back.
That DC is doing with their characters compared to Marvel, because usually I like Marvel more. I'm more of a Marvel person than DC. The one thing I like about pigeons
They agree.
is that they agree with whatever I say.
Yeah.
Is that DC, honestly, nowadays especially, it just seems like they care a little more about the characters.
Are you talking about ever since what's his name, Snyder?
Oh,
Zack Snyder came up with
I'm not
that.
talking about the cinematic universe. I'm talking about like the company as a whole.
Oh.
Because like Marvel, because of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, they're picking up a lot of like minor characters and just like pushing them to the spotlight. But it seems
She-Hulk
very
and stuff.
yeah. But it seems very like it's like it doesn't seem like there's any rhyme or reason, especially nowadays.
Have you seen the latest episode with Daredevil, or you still haven't watched it yet?
Oh no, I haven't.
I watched it. You really should.
No, my main thing is that
You
like,
just feel like they're just trying to milk at this point a little bit.
It's come to that point. I mean, I know for a lot of fans, it's been that way for a while.
But I think the difference is this, the big movies and stuff, sure, like because you're going to enter a new phase and stuff, but all these extra side shows that you're doing and stuff, initially when they did with things like Loki, when they did Captain America versus
Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier, like when they did that, not the movie, the show.
Oh, the Falcon and Winter Soldier.
The Falcon and Winter Soldier, sorry. I think I did speak. I apologize.
Fucking disgusting.
But
We're a professional.
they don't like you yelling at me.
I don't. It's like they don't. I don't hear them coming, but they always leave. I don't know where the pigeons are coming from.
From the pool.
Damn it! This is a pool, by the way. Did we mention that?
If you can see through the
This
triangle.
is a
Triangle right here.
pool. Like there's water in here.
Oh, thank God you're spraying that way.
I'm not gonna.
No, because you would probably spray me, but the thing is that you won't spray the equipment.
No, if I was gonna spray, I'd do this. That was easy. That.
Guys, I have the water that's on me that the pigeons have drank.
This is the pigeon water.
You should drink it.
We're like ADHD, the podcast.
Is that our new name?
The pigeon dispatch. We put
That's so nice. It really has a nice ring to it, the pigeon, but it's because
pigeon dispatch. I think if I start a band, there'll be like a name in a run.
you make
Pigeon
the crowd disperse when you start singing.
We play
You
like
take
one note and then everyone's
just
gone.
Oh my God, I like it. No pressure. I think we have too much of anxiety. No, but you have less.
ADHD, no anxiety.
No. You have less stage anxiety than me.
That's true.
But I think a public anxiety, you might have more than me.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, I sometimes swap to another persona completely, like that. But
I
on
don't-
stage, I can't do that.
I can't do that willingly. It just happens. It's like Moon Knight.
What was Oscar Isaac's character?
Moon Knight.
No,
Well, there's two
the
people.
two. Yeah, I'm trying to think of the names.
Angry and shy. Simp and Simp.
What was his name? Oh yes, Fuzzy Duck. Ducky Fuzz. Does he fuck? Fuck he does.
I hate that, honestly. That
It
stupid
really
rhyming
works.
thing. No, like, it's impressive. Because it's very like a rhyme scheme. it's the same syllables but rearranged over and over again.
Yeah.
And the fact that they do it like does he
Fuzzy
fuck
the-
and then fuck he
fuck he
does.
does.
The fact that it works also is like
You just
I
hate it, but
hate-
you love it.
I
You
hate,
hate that
it's-
you love it.
I hate that it's impressive enough for me to like it, but like it's wasted on a fucking TikTok trend. Because like
They make
it's
money, I
it
guess.
honestly sounds like a fucking who did alphabet acrobatics.
Not Daniel
Uh,
Radcliffe, but I know his
The original
version.
one. The original one. Like it sounds like a very like OG rap rhyme scheme kind
Yeah.
of thing. Like they use it to drop something hard. But then like people just use it to like put screenshots of a character. Like an anime character from a fucking volleyball
Oh,
anime.
that no, but the one that I watch is they use Oscar Isaac, and that's the one even I shared on my Insta account. Because Oscar Isaac is.
Talented actor, honestly.
Have you watched his other films or just only
How
Moonlight?
was Star Wars? He was Poe Dameron in Star Wars. Clearly. Honestly, I don't know much. So yeah, I said French Dispatch. What Wes Anderson movie would you watch?
I want to also say French Dispatch, but they just for a different content to share. I think that another movie other than French Dispatch that I'm quite keen to watch. You heard me pronounce the third word, okay? The Royal.
Tenenbaums.
That one. I want to watch it. Okay, that one stars. It's always a star-studded cast with his movie anyway.
I honestly don't know how he does it.
He's Wes Anderson.
Because like it seems like that's his thing. But it's like he doesn't have that many movies. And like
it's a niche.
and it's like very quickly he suddenly has like, oh, where did he get only like A-list stars, like super like
so-
legitimately good actors in his films? Like how is that a thing?
The Royal,
Tenenbaums.
yes, has Ben Stiller
Say
inside.
it with me. 10.
10.
Nis.
Nis.
Balls.
Balls.
10 is balls.
Mm-hmm.
Squid.
Squid.
Word.
Word.
10.
10.
Nis balls.
Tickles. But no, I want to
Shout out
watch it.
to Squid.
Squid.
Word.
Word.
Tor.
Tor.
Tel.
Tel.
Lini.
Lini.
Tortellini.
Fusilli.
That-
My favorite pasta. What's your problem?
I have to go for pasta. Pasta
French
kick ass.
Dispatch. French. Oh no, it's Italian. I'm so sorry. Oh my god, it's Italian pasta. You left videos. Croissant. Croissant.
Croissant.
Come for your
Croissant.
croissant. Yeah. No, I want to watch it because it has about a movie.
Glad my shorts aren't that short this time.
It's about the people.
Can't see my cankles.
You will never let me finish my story. I never interrupt your story. I just want to talk about the movie of the tennis balls. It's a family where the parents have like I
Tennis
think
balls.
three or five prodigy kids and stuff. Then I'm not sure it's along the way of either the parents are dying or they are dead, and this bunch reunite after many years. It's a very family oriented, but with Wes Anderson's take, it's going to be very witty, very weird. There's Ben Stiller, and when he said prodigy, I don't mean if I don't know if it's just like talented brain prodigy or some other weird talent.
Oh yeah.
So I'm quite interested.
I guess
about
another
that.
nice thing about Wes Anderson is that he's a writer-director.
Yes.
So it's like, I mean, he's not the only writer, that's for sure. He has like a team. I'm pretty sure he has a team, but it's nice that I think it's nice that like writers are also directors. I think it's good. I mean, I've never been in a movie production of that scale where yet
You're going to
Hopefully.
write the movie.
of
What's the band name again?
Pigeon Dispatch.
That's your wish. I already forgot the name. I'm so sorry.
Okay, segue. Pigeon Dispatch. In World War II,
Oh, I thought I
they
was going to say I play the keyboard.
genuinely, they actually used what?
No, because if you have a band, this is a bit hard for me, so I'll
No.
go keyboard.
I mean, sure.
Yeah.
No, okay. World War II, they actually used birds
Oh yeah.
to
the
like
pigeon-
relay messages. So
wait,
Pigeon Dispatch could actually be a movie about like maybe a bird.
Wait, I want to share a very fun fact. The one that the way he found out about this is yes, through information, through reading, but also sometime back we went to the Vintage Camera Museum in Singapore at Bugis,
That's
where the
true.
guy they actually showed us the tiniest little cameras that they hung on pigeons. Plus, it's not just to deliver
We-
messages, to actually spy on enemies and
We
shit.
actually met the owner of the museum.
Yes.
And I guess somewhat on brand. A quick segue. Actually, two times. Like we went to the camera museum together,
Yeah.
and we actually met the owner of the museum who gave us like a tour.
Yeah.
And he was great. He was a really nice, really knowledgeable, nice guy. Which, if you've never been, actually go to that museum. It's somewhere in Bugis.
It's quite, yeah.
It's like in Bugis. It's like on the outside bit of Bugis. It's
Yeah.
a fun place. You learn quite a lot, and there really is.
And you get to try the cameras also.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to be like a snivy little bitch who says you like photography so much, actually learn the history a little bit. Fucking, but
Hey,
like,
maybe you can link the picture of us there, if you can find.
if I remember. But
But
yeah,
we've been there.
but the idea is we've been there. I think he owns all the cameras in there. It's his own like collection that he puts up. I think, if I'm not wrong. But he's a very knowledgeable guy. He gave us like basically a
He was a very
personal
nice guy,
tour of the museum. It's great. And recently I actually went to Simlim to check out Retro Nuts, which is another vintage video game place.
Uh-huh.
And I met the owner of the store, and I also talked to him about vintage video games.
He knew his shit.
He knew his shit.
Nice.
I mean, he owns most of the shit. If I remember correctly, like the whole reason why the store even opened up in the first place was because he just had all those things like
He
in his
just
personal
collected,
collection,
yeah.
and his wife was like, "You need to get the shit out of the house."
Well, let me at least make money in the
or
process.
I'm gonna throw all of it away. So he actually just like wanted to just get a storage space, but then
It
he was
turned
like,
into a shop.
it just became a shop, and now he doesn't only just sell vintage stuff. Like you can buy like a Famicom, an SNES, NES, all like as a standalone console on its own. But he actually
Okay.
also sells like Game Boys.
Oh.
And like Game
Original
Boy
ones,
SPs,
right?
original, and also like he does new modified ones. That's his latest thing now. Which is pretty fun.
Right.
Yeah.
Because the only Game Boy that I own, sorry to admit, but it is the truth, is the small one bootleg that I got off Shopee, but I can still play some games.
Yeah, it's terrible.
It's quite, it's still fun. I mean, I'm not spending a fortune, but yeah. I get what you mean. It's very nostalgic if you play with the actual old
Yeah.
one. And you talking about something vintage reminded me of just a couple of, today is what day?
It's Tuesday.
I guess like, 2 days ago.
Tuesday.
No, I made that joke before.
Fuck.
No, it's like 2 days ago I went to the National Museum of Singapore and I brought my family
yeah.
there, and they had this off-on exhibition. It's about like it has a lot of the 1970s to 2000 kind of like vintage retro stuff. So compared to me and my sisters, the one that went ape shit was my mom, because my sisters and I, we were all born in like the 90s, right? So she's the only one who was born before Singapore was even independent, which means she really knew most of the stuff. And one of the things that we saw was this, like, you know, the computers we used growing up. This is like even before that, because ours was like 2000 something, right?
Like, you
Like
gotta
around
be a
there.
bit more specific.
I don't know the model, but basically it is this size. The screen is basically your Mac size, but the structure of it is this size, and the keyboard to use, because I've never seen one, the keyboard alone is this huge. It's separate from the thing, but it's a chunk. Because I remember using keyboards on our computers, but those were not that bad. But this was a chunkosaurus. Like, and they were displaying that the one we most of it we could touch and interact with the things, the typewriters, the phones and whatnot, but that chunkosaurus was like kept in a, I mean, I get it, understand
I mean,
why.
it's all vintage stuff. It's important because it's history, and it's good to know your history.
And there was the Nokia, I think 3310 or something. So I was sharing with my mom, like, I cannot relate to this because my first phone was a Sony Ericsson, and my mom was like 3310. I used to sometimes like, oh, you used before even this was a it thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess just to wrap it up, I guess a nice way to wrap it up in a way is that one of the nicer things that Wes Anderson does, just to wrap up to this whole venue, is he does a big throwback to old school classics. He's very
We
vintage.
shared a lot of old school things we
Yeah.
just did recently also.
Yeah, so it's nice. This place is nice. come over. We've
I
had
hope
we've
he
had a good
likes us.
time. Hopefully, yeah.
Maybe
But,
in about an hour.
We'll see. Maybe we'll come back in a couple of hours.
He'll say that, but even if we do, he's not going to put that in the shot. I got to be honest with them. To wrap it up, do not walk off the frame again. Just to wrap it up, just finish your story.
To wrap it up, respect your elders. No, I'm just kidding. Fuck them. If they don't respect you, don't respect them back. Anarchy for life. But anyway, thank you for listening. I've made it this far. Thank you very much for watching and listening. Give us a thumbs up, 5 stars. It does help out the channel. Yeah, this place is nice.
Check it out. The Great Madras.
Check out the camera museum. Check out the exhibit thing.
National
We'll
Museum
put
of Singapore.
links in the somewhere.
You really won't. And your place was similar. What's it called again?
My name was Fariz.
No. What's the
It's
shop
called
called?
Retro Nuts, you asshole.
Retro Nuts.
Yes.
Like these nuts. But
You
retro.
say it is NUTZ.
Oh.
You joke about it. Fucking. But yeah, I've been your host Fariz. This has been the Father from the Point podcast.
Why am I not being too
Andersina will never come back to the podcast. She will perish in about 35 minutes.
Because in 3 seconds I was ready to run off the fridge. But I was scared I tripped and fall.
You're gonna enjoy yourself somehow. Thank you for listening, and we'll hope to see you next time. May the pigeons be with you. And maybe one day I'll share the pigeon dispatch story.